Twitch, hello, Twitch, hello, Twitch, hello. Hello, YouTube, hello, YouTube, hello, YouTube. A little less better about YouTube now. But, hello, 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 everybody. If you hear, like, every single sound that is going on in the neighborhood, it's because I have the window open because it's 80 degrees, even though it said it was gonna be 65. It's so fucking warm. Oh, it's 70 outside. It do not be feeling like 70 degrees. It feels like I want to die. It's nice out because it's going to rain tomorrow. Hi! Hello! Hello! Oh. Little trash can on my desk. Please move. But yeah. I feel like I'm still waking up. I've been awake for like a couple hours. I ate. I'm digested, like... I think it's just, like, warm in my room, and I'm just like, fuck. What if I just, like, went back to bed? I was gonna play Final Fantasy. I opened Instagram, and, like, it's more nonsense. I'm like, I can't escape it. So I was like, alright, I might as well just talk about it at this point. Because, not to, like, beat a dead horse, but, like, there's... so much happened like in the last like 48 hours. I guess the last week, like with the Amazing Digital Circus like premiere finale, whatever, the theater run, right? I didn't really want to, like, talk about it, mostly because, like, I had a lot of, like, mutuals and just, like, people already had, like, spoken their, like, thoughts out about it that I was like, I don't need to say anything, because I just, like, retweeted whatever I agreed with. But and now it's, like, kind of gotten to the point where, like, people are so... upset. And oh god, I forgot what that was. Those are those little bikes, those little motorbikes. The hell is it called? I already forgot what I was saying. That threw me off so bad. But yeah, the whole like premiere, the two weeks putting out a movie before the show comes out on YouTube. To me, I'm older, so it didn't really like bother me. I was going to wait the 2 weeks actually. Like I wasn't even gonna see it in theaters originally, but then I was busy that weekend, and now I'm not gonna be busy that weekend anymore because it's the weekend of my birthday. So I'm not gonna be busy that weekend. But originally I was going to watch the premiere with my friends like a day or two after the official airing, and I wasn't really bothered by the movie premiere, because I thought, this is like a huge deal. And like there was like the initial frustration of just like, oh, like if I want to, like I was more pissed off about the fact that I had to buy a movie theater ticket to like do like, because I was like, oh great, I have to spend money. I don't like spending money if I don't have to. So the fact that there was a free option in the first place, I was happy with. I was kind of like, oh cool, it's like a cool little thing for fans who can actually like afford to go, b like have the time free of that like 3 days. So when I opened Twitter and it's this huge thing, and I think like what it was like, I didn't even find out through Twitter first. It was my friends like, in the Discord channel just like venting frustrations, and I was like, you know what? This is fair and valid. I opened Discord, or not Discord, I opened Twitter. It's like, it's a shit show. I was like, why? I was like, why are people upset about their favorite show getting a theater release when they're getting the episode free anyways. I literally I could not wrap my fucking head around it. Um and there are some takes where I'm just like, okay, this is understandable from like a standpoint where it's like it's not as accessible as, people are making it out to be, but also like um it's also like not, it wasn't like a business move to kind of just be like, well, fuck some fans, this is only for like America and Japan, fuck everybody else, like that. A lot of that isn't as intentional as like people like made it out to be, where or like it's super easy to kind of just like have a theater release and then like release it like right after, because the same thing's happening with like the Avatar movie where it's the reverse now. The whole movie got leaked out online and they're like, well, why don't they just release it in theaters now, if they want to make the money. And like it's the same thing, just like reverse, where it doesn't, movie theater politics are the devil. Which is probably why I never want to go into animation,
Mm-hmm.
um because that is just like it's I do not envy large like creators that get to watch their show become big. I do not envy it, because no matter what you do, you're always like in the wrong in somebody's eyes. You can't please everybody. And as much as like Gooseworks acts like she doesn't care, like it's like watching her slowly abstracting online sometimes. It's why I do not follow her like on any social media, because I'm like, this, like, sometimes there's just like straight up nonsense, but like some of the stuff I'm just like, I think you need to get off your phone and stop interacting with people online. Like, there are a lot of creators that do not interact with their fans anymore, and it's for good reason. A lot of like Tumblr and Twitter are like the birthplace of like parasocial activities. Um and like to build a fan base, you have to be like super, like, what's the word, interactive, or else people think you're just like, trying to farm like money out of people. And to a point, I like get that. It like feels more personal when somebody's like super interactive with their audience. Sorry, I just have a blank screen because I'm scrolling through Gooseworks's Blue Sky and Twitter, just to like kind of just like to get the actual like tweets of like nonsense that sometimes, like, where they're like, oh, sometimes I lie. I'm just like, I don't know if you're lying about this anymore. um and like people will like take out their frustrations on the creator, like a lot of, after you leave the room where you're done pitching your show and you're done, like, I don't even like, I don't know what Gooseworks does outside of be the creator, because I don't think she's an art director. I don't think she's like on the in the writers room. Like I really don't know what she does outside of that. So like, get it, catching as many strays as she does is fucking insane. Uh uh I don't think I would be excited for a Backrooms movie if it literally had any other director. What the hell? What the hell is this Blue Sky? I kind of start hitting people with a pipe. If I ever make anything after Tatsy, it's gonna be esoteric art house shit that appeals to nobody but me, or porn. Um, so yeah, it's like, I feel like Gooseworks just kind of says shit for like shock value now. We're coming back to like 2019, 2012, where like people just kind of like say shit to say shit, and she's just like saying shit. Um, but there's just like a level of like responsibility, I guess, when you're on the internet. Um, but besides Gooseworks kind of like losing her goddamn mind because the fandom has been like super parasocial every time. I think what I saw like a tweet today, I think at least one of my friends like reposted it where they were just like, "Fuck, all your ships are canon, whatever." What like, um, and I don't know what that was about. um, Sorry for the breakdown earlier. Honestly, I haven't been behaving very professionally on social media, so I think it's time to step back from it and reevaluate my priorities. To clarify, this isn't about criticism. You should be able to criticize the show without feeling guilty. I had a lot building up in my mind, combined with intense burnout and pressure to make the finale perfect. In the end, I'm the one who snapped, so I should reflect. To reiterate, I was not harassed on Reddit. I had a breakdown from other stuff that had been building up over the past few months. The ending of the show isn't changing. It's still going to play out exactly how it's planned to be from the beginning, and I'm fine, seriously. Um, that was February 20th. That was 2 months ago that happened, and it kind of just feels like it's gone. I mean, it's the same like cryptic nonsense that she posts, but now it kind of feels like it feels like anytime something in the fandom happens, she will like make a post like, "Hey, actually, I don't like you guys. Actually, I like you guys again. I have something more than I hate." Um, which I guess wouldn't be a problem if like she wasn't if it wasn't like after something happens in the fandom every single time, because when it wasn't the movie theater release, it was it's if it wasn't ship drama, it was the movie theater release, and then like suddenly people are like, all right guys, let's rally together and like get our theaters in. And that like, I've never watched people turn against each other so fast actually when it became about this movie theater release. And then when people were like, hey, like why don't you guys do what everybody did for Iron Lung, and like people were just like, well, it's not about that. How is it? How like I don't have the power. Hello. Like people were so quick to like give up. Like I'm like do you care? Do you care? And it's like I feel the same thing about like the Avatar movie, like because like my stance at least on it was like it was always gonna get like it's always gonna get pirated. Like you can't stop like a movie or anything that's in that going to theaters from getting pirated. Um, and but the people who were gonna watch the movie before the leak are still gonna go watch the movie. It's the people who are watching the leak weren't ever gonna watch the movie in the first place. They did little to no advertising, and like so a lot of the argument I was just like, well, you're not a real fan if you watch the leak. It's just like they weren't real fans. Like, they were just they're watching the movie because it's easy and it's free. Um, so yeah, they weren't gonna watch it beforehand, and now I think like oh yeah, I feel like no matter what, there's no like pleasing a fandom. Um, I miss you, smiling friends. I miss you. Sorry, I'm a little all over the place because like I'm trying to like collect my thoughts, and I was like thinking about it earlier, and then I was like, ugh. But like everything with like the Amazing Digital Circus fandom, and like with Goose's mental health kind of like declining with the finale, or at least around the finale. It may not be the cause, but it's definitely like not helping. Um, but it the other day, since I've been posting about like, you know, my shirts and stuff, I've been posting about that, and I got like a comment that was just like, you know, you're like, fuck you, you're such a prick, like, you're like shut up, you're ugly, or whatever like that. And I was like, when I read it, I was just like, huh, because I think that's like, it's not the first time I've gotten like a hate comment, but it was the first time somebody's ever been like, you know what, you're ugly and like go fuck yourself because you like this show or whatever. And I was just like, wow, that did not affect me at all. Honestly, what was really funny was about it was like I felt actually pretty good about myself because I just like in my head I'm like, damn, I made it. Like, you know, I don't even consider myself as like an influencer. I'll joke about it. Because every one of my friends are like, oh my god, you have such like, you have so many followers, you're so like famous, and I'm like, no, I'm not. Like, don't say that around people who don't know me, because it's not true. um and like, so when I got something like that, I was just like, wow. It's like when it's like when I was younger, when I was like, if I had like a stand mixer, that's how I knew that I like I'm an adult, I made it in life, I have a house. Like, that's how I knew I would be somewhere. But yeah, having a hate comment or like hate commenters, like, that's how I'm like, oh man, that's how I made it. Where like, if I made you that upset about like whatever, just existing, honestly, like God forbid a woman have hobbies. But I was like, oh man, I'm not gonna reply to this because a lot of companies do look at social media, um and like, you know, how you tend to react to certain things. So if you're fighting people in your comment section or like any comments, it'll come back to you. um it's like, that's like social media like 101 at that point. And so I was like, okay, let me just like make a little post for just my friends to look at, because like I felt really proud of myself, because if I was like 20 years old, I probably would have been like, you know what, kill yourself. Like, but like, I mean, but like, I wasn't a great person at 20, and I wasn't like, you know, I was letting like little things bother me, and it's why I like stopped creating content for like a while. um and now I'm kicking myself, honestly, but like, I'm not the type of person to like continue doing something I don't like. The choking jacks emoji, I love choking jacks out. But what was I saying? Oh yeah. But yeah, that like stuff like that. And I could only imagine when like somebody of like bigger, like a bigger audience, and like the right now Amazing Digital Circus is like on par with like larger movies and like TV shows. So to have that big of a following, that many eyes watching you, that is such a huge burden. Um and like, I made a whole side hustle of choking jacks. I love that, actually. But like, there there's like a there's so much like mental gymnastics you have to do, especially when you like are an online presence. And that's something that I've had like a lot of experience with, and it's a lot of trial and error. You don't always get it right like the first time, and they definitely aren't teaching that to people anymore. um and even like some like stars like get it too. Like, they tried to cancel Rachel Ziegler for just being like, I want to get paid more by Disney, who has the money to pay you more. And they were like, oh well, she's being super aggressive, blah 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 blah. um like she's so ungrateful, and like she should be really thankful for like having the role. Like, I don't even want to watch the movie now, blah blah blah. And she did great as Snow White, and she's an amazing singer. Like I I get so upset a lot of the time, because it's like, uh in one point people are like, yeah, artists should be fighting for their rights, and like their stance, and like, but will also like shoot you down if you're a woman, or like have a vaguely wrong opinion, or like an unpopular opinion, or like are fighting for like things that make you equal to other people in your industry. And like, Glitch is a business first and foremost. um they may be indie, but they're still trying to compete with other places, and they're trying to keep the lights on. Like, to be like, oh, they're greedy, like they shouldn't be doing this, like we have to let them know that we don't like that. I'm like, you're fighting you're fighting against yourself. You are trying to basically undercut everything that this, like, everything that this company has done for its fans. And they've done like various pop-up shops, like they collaborate like with shops in different countries. Like, it's nothing has ever been accessible. They've like released early viewings in like New York Comic Con and San Diego Comic Con before. that that's not accessible. And it, like, they've always done it whenever if it landed like near a new episode. So I really didn't understand why it was always a huge issue. And it's like, oh well, it was always like a week. It was a week before. I'm like, it's never planned. Like, it just like happened to land that way. And like, even so, like with their release, they were like, we fought to get the 2 weeks out. And I'm like, even if it was like a month out and it was still free online on YouTube, that's rare. Like, that would never happen like in a normal sense. Because I think it takes like 6 months to see a movie come to a streaming platform, maybe. Like, that, it's like a stretch. Because I'm not the type of person that watches movies in theaters. So when I was younger, I would always wait for them to come out on DVD. And I was more than happy to buy a DVD to watch a movie. But I don't know. I feel like, and now more than ever, there's a lot of the it's not, I've been hearing the term virtual signaling a lot. That's not the word I want. The I don't know the word for this. The need to be like always right in a situation, you like not ah, like the need to like make everything fair for everybody, right? Like, I don't understand it in like in theory. It would be so great. It would be so great to have the movie theater release at the same time as the episode to drop on YouTube. Right? It would be so great. That would, like, in a perfect world, they could do that. In a perfect world, like, also people wouldn't be bullying voice artists, bullying the music composers, bullying the creators of shows. Like, anytime somebody is like minorly inconvenienced or just doesn't like how things are done, like the fact that they go and attack like the people who made the thing that they love, I was miffed about the film release at first because it would have been spoiled for a lot of people so early. But then I was thinking, we live in the communication age. Should I complain or email my local theater companies to be able to acquire the rights to showcase the film in my area? And it's true. Like, I feel like it is gonna get spoiled. It's, and that may sound entitled maybe, but we do have to be able to help ourselves, and I agree. It's like, it may not guarantee that it'll appear in your area, but there are several theaters in your area most likely. And even, and for the people who are like unable to go places, like get a ride, physically leave their house, like, things like that, it's like, it's unfortunate, and I understand that, and it sucks, and it's a sucky feeling when you're like, all I have is the internet and I can't get off for 2 years or 2 weeks, not 2 years, oh my god. I reasonably, as somebody who is online constantly, it's difficult to turn it off, like, entirely. And like, but that's where cultivating like your feeds and stuff, making an entirely new account where you don't have to look at the Amazing Digital Circus, like, you can actually get away with it. I would not go on Twitter, like, point blank. I would not use that app. Blue Sky lets you cultivate. It lets you generate your own feed. Like, if you don't want to look at the Amazing Digital Circus, fine. I'm really into Final Fantasy 14, so I have like 7 different timelines that I could look at, and one of them is just for like looking at art, one of them is looking for like art parties. Like, it is, there are ways to filter your feeds where you're not like constantly looking at things. Like, you can tell your close friends that are online, like, hey, hello, Adriana, hello. There are ways to make sure that you don't see spoilers. If you see a spoiler, honestly, temporarily block that person. I will say, I know a lot of people are like, it would like ruin it for me. It is, if I saw a spoiler, you would be seeing it out of context. You don't like know that it's like completely true either. Just ignore it. That is my best advice for if you see a spoiler for the Tad C finale. Completely ignore it. That's what I do. But I'm not a person that's like really affected by spoilers. Oh yes, to recap just a little bit, because I don't know how long I've been yapping for. Just 30 minutes. But basically, I'm talking about like the I have to say about away from YouTube a lot. I don't get spoiled on YouTube. Sometimes it depends. Because I was waiting to watch the Smiling Friends last 2 episodes for season 3, and I did not see anything until my friend kept sending me clips, and I thought they were just like the little shorts that they did sometimes. Wrong. So I did get spoiled, but that was on Instagram. YouTube has been relatively kind to me, but I think that's because I keep watching VTuber drama, YouTuber, like I've been watching like a lot of drama in regards to that, so my feed's kind of like away from like my current hyperfixations. And also, nobody's been talking about Tadsy right now. I've not seen that. Have not seen the guy who uses AI in his videos and all. So I'm very happy with that. But I've been basically talking about like my thoughts on like the theatrical release. To sum it up, I'm very happy about it. Even if I wasn't buying a ticket, even if I didn't buy tickets, actually, I got tickets to watch on the 7th of June. because it's a birthday gift to myself. So that's the only way I justified it. If it was not my birthday that month, I probably would have been like, I will wait. I do not have to watch this in theaters, because I really do hate going to the movie theater now. But the theater situation, I'm mostly like, I'm mostly in the camp of like, I don't think people should have been as upset about it as they were. There is a reason to be upset, and it's very valid to be like upset about it. Like whether it's because it's inaccessible, or because like avoiding spoilers it would have been like insane. But you kind of have to think about it like a regular movie release for something. You are bound to see spoilers no matter what. Even if you couldn't see it on June 18th when it officially goes on YouTube, you're going to see spoilers. I low-key forgot I followed you. I saw your Twistix Epic Animatic. So yeah, I wish I got a ticket, but IDK how to do that, and my family doesn't like animated movies. No! Oh, so thank you for liking my Twist Epic Animatic. Thank you. I haven't streamed in a while. It's very funny to see where people actually came from, because I can guarantee you a lot of people are here from the Star versus the Forces of Evil animatics that I did like many years ago, and I'm not going back. But they haven't left, so I'm not mad about it. And now I do the Amazing Digital Circus art and Final Fantasy. So that's what I've been doing. I haven't drawn Twist in a while. I should, though. I do love Twist. And the new characters for Twisted Wonderland also came out, so that's nice. But if you get a ticket, they do have a special website. It's through Fandango. I believe they're adding more times for the USA. Because I think now that like theaters are kind of like watching how much they're selling out, and they're like, wait a minute, I want money. And that's usually the case, and that's why you kind of have to like support like your indie, you have to support your indie like premieres and stuff like this, so that like huge companies, the huge like Mr. Boss Man in the chair goes, I would like a slice of that pie, and then everybody's happy because we get more content, and then capitalism is satiated. Because that's just the society we live in. But yeah, that's what I feel about that. And then yeah, and then I didn't think my shirt thing was like kind of a big deal, but I was proud of myself. I didn't get upset. I didn't have to make a weird tweet about it. I was like, I'm not gonna be petty on social media, and I'm not gonna be upset. And you know what? I ticked the 2 boxes, and I'm happy about it. I don't have anything to say on Saikuno because I don't care. So that was the only other thing. And then today, when I opened Twitter, because I was like, oh, I have to post about, I love your animated videos, it's so good. Thank you. Another one soon, hopefully, in the meantime. But I'm doing like Final Fantasy stuff. I was gonna play Final Fantasy today, and then I was like, let me just talk for like an hour instead while I like work on a commission. But yeah, and then I open Twitter today because Twitter's just like a hell site. Anytime I want to like feel energized, like I'll be like super tired, and then I open Twitter, and then I get mad, and then like it's like having coffee. It might be an addiction. But I opened Twitter, and then I saw one of my mutuals post about All Hail the Queen, and how somebody had doxed them on Blue. Well, they didn't dox. They DM them, doxing their information to them. What are you drawing today? Also, glad I don't have Twitter or well, X. Oh my god, so true. You're so right about that. I wish I didn't need it, but I have a following on there, and I would like that following who doesn't follow me on Instagram or YouTube or anything else to be informed sometimes. But all hail the queen, who was like the creator of the like Tadsy like fan novel visual novel games. Oh, she received a DM on Blue Sky doxing with like information, so them being doxed, like, so it's their like private information about like where they live, like their address and stuff. And so that's like the nail that like hit the nail on the head and stuff like that. Yeah. Like she has a pretty big following. And she like tried to stream for like the first time. I think I don't follow. I'm not a fan of her. I just want to preface this. I still like, but it still needs to be like brought up about. It needs to be talked about, not brought up about. That wasn't proper grammar. And it needs to be talked about because literally doxing could happen to anybody. It's very, very, very unfortunate. But like with the way that privacy works, your information can be accessed by a good enough a hacker. And you constantly have to be like careful of where you're putting your stuff in, especially if you're a content creator. Like, so you're, especially if you've like ever if you've ever like received money over the internet, you are bound to have like somebody's bound to like find your information. And so they got doxxed, and then, you know, they were already afraid. They got basically like bullied off of Twitter, which I thought was a little insane. But they got bullied off of Twitter. They're on Blue Sky majorly now, and YouTube, I think, or TikTok, I don't know. But like they got bullied off of Twitter, and like because somebody kept using AI to like make like super racist propaganda with their art. Which I'm like, at that point, yeah, I'd be like, yep, it's time to go. There's a lot of large creators that have already left the platform, but like there's still like enough people here like where it's a little insane. Like the numbers are so crazy. Wait, I forgot she made the Jack 6 Pommy. I don't remember, but yeah, I'm so glad I don't have big apps, aka Insta, Blue Sky, and Twitter. Yeah, that's why I don't have TikTok. I used to like be obsessed with TikTok before like the government tried to shut it down and then brought it back like 12 hours later. I don't have that app because I really enjoy Bunny Doll. I really like Jax and Ragatha, like as a couple, romantically. I like them. TikTok is full of for children, and and Tumblr. I forgot about Tumblr. I just don't fuck with it. I like I'm not a huge fan of it at all. But it's neither here nor there. I just think like the fact that like somebody could just like dislike a person that much that it goes to, actually, I'm just gonna reveal all your information like to the public. And like I've seen it like so many countless times with streamers, where like people are like, hey, the way to like avoid this is like having like a totally separate like computer that like you could just use for like all of your VTuber stuff or like all of your streamer nonsense. I got mixed feelings with Jack ships. It's like it's a guilty pleasure, I think. I don't like Jax. I like Jax as a character. I don't like Jax as a person. So I'm not like, I understand the appeal of Funny Bunny. I'm just not a huge fan. I just like it doesn't appeal to me. A lot of my friends are Funny Bunny shippers. I like a lot of people in my Discord are bunny doll shippers. I personally really like Funny Bunny doll. I just like the three of them for some reason. I don't know. I just think poly ships are fun. But they aren't my cup of tea, but I'll drink it. It's kind of fun. I love that. Like that, but that's how it should be. I'm like, you could not like something and still like, participate. There was like a point where Queen did some stuff or that I was not like a huge fan of. And I don't, it's nothing they like personally said, but like it was like there was a couple of things where like I was just like, if they do this, then like okay, I'm gonna specify a little bit here. When you can see some creators in their art and how they do not draw people of color a lot, you're like, where are your POCs? Where are they? Where are they? And then they kind of have to get forced into doing that. And then you're like, you're like, So, yeah, that's why I don't fuck with Queen. But I'm sure they're a great person. I'm a Funny Bunny shipper. I don't die hard ship Bunny doll, but I enjoy the art. Like, yeah, you can enjoy things. Like, at most, for most people, it's usually if they like one person of the ship. If the person that you like from that part of the ship is not there, then usually people have a problem with it. So, a lot of people don't see themselves in Ragatha, and that's understandable. I do. I also don't like Jax. I like Ragatha. I wish I was Jax. But I see a lot of myself in Jax, and it's concerning. But I saw Jax XK, which made me go, IDK. Also, I hate doing my drawing in color, even though color. Oh my god. Would it be offensive if I drew Fairy Jax and Fairy Pomni cuddling just once? You can draw it. I don't care. Like, honestly, I want to see it. I'm so curious. I'm also like a chronic like drawer, not colorer. But like it's when I talk about like skin tones and stuff, I'm more like like features. Like, you can tell when somebody doesn't draw like black features, Hispanic features. They're just like white people but on like a color scale. I just feel Ragatha's too old for Jax. That's the main reason I don't ship him, which is fair. I'm like, they're all adults, and like age gap relationships aren't like a super huge deal as long as that's not like a 40-year-old and like an 18-year-old. Like, that's where I like that's where like a lot of fantasy novels like kind of lose me sometimes, where it's just like, yes, the 2,000-year-old dragon man and the freshly 18-year-old, that's where it gets weird. I'm like, I think they were like 8 years apart, which I'm like, that's not crazy. It's really not like crazy, and we don't know how long they've actually been in there. But if they weren't supposed to be shipped, I think Gooseworks probably would have said something like way beforehand, other than like, you can do whatever you want. Which I'm also like, you can do whatever you want. And it's like, if it's that big of an age gap that makes you uncomfortable, then it's like, it's whatever. Again, it's not gonna be your cup of tea. But like, if you're gonna start like fighting people about it, that's where I'm like, okay, all right. And that's like a lot of like what people do, like a majority of people, and that's why Funny Bunny has gotten like such a bad name. And I feel bad for like my friends who like Funny Bunny, because I'm like, I'd rather not interact with it, because it's always like followed by like teenagers that like that are like, actually, you're wrong. You're wrong. You should feel wrong. Jax is a baby. How dare you ship him with a 30-year-old woman? Okay, God forbid a cougar existed. Also, I feel bad for Kinger having to spend the circus alone for 10 years after Queen was gone. I know. Oh my god. Oh, my baby. Bro, the episode 8 was like a little diabolical. I was like going through a lot, and then I watched the episode to like cope because I was like, surely nothing as bad as what I'm going through could like be as like could even like be as bad as whatever the fuck's gonna happen in there. And like I mean, I was right. Like, I did feel better after watching the episode, but like I was like, what the fuck? I did not know. I did not know. Yes, Kinger getting a canon black queen. Yes. Which I think like in a couple of like yeah, I was like, didn't we always know that she was a black queen? Or do you mean like in real life, like in her human life? No wonder the man is insane. He is so cute. Oh my god. I you know what I want to do? I was like, oh, let me work on this commission. And I'm like, no. No, I want to draw. I want to draw. I want to draw. Not there. Oh, you're gonna see some spoilers for some stuff. My spoilers. Ignore my ragapom. That's for Zion. You didn't see that. You did not see that. You also did not see the other thing that I was working on because it's something I want to give out. You must go. Thank you for joining, Adriana. Kane was telling Pomni about his adventures when she first came in the same order as the Eps. Oh. Bye-bye. But, like, I wanted to, like, draw a little thing that I could hand out to the other Tad C fans. My theater, completely fucking empty. I haven't looked since, actually, I bought the tickets. But, like, it was, like, the day I bought and the time, it was, like, one other person. And I took, like, 5 seats behind that person. I, like, bought tickets. And I was like, man, if it's just us and this one fucking guy, that's really hilarious. And I'm so sorry to that fucking guy. I did not mean to do that to him. Oh my god. But yeah, that's gonna be funny, and you know, this is for him, honestly. These postcards that I want to make are for him. Or her. I don't know. I don't know who bought that ticket. They're by themselves. I was like, that's crazy. That you were gonna be like, yeah, I'm gonna watch this movie by myself. I've seen that before though. But I wanted to draw a gender bent Fairy Jackson Ragatha, so we might do that while I deliberate. But yeah, so, and then I saw on Instagram, like, right before I went on stream, because I wasn't gonna stream today, actually, and then I like, saw that video, and they were like, yeah, Tatsy has to be one of the worst fandoms, like, oh, and this has been, like, cooking since has been, like, yeah, you guys, like, Goose is, like, genuinely afraid of you guys, like, you guys are abusive, blah, 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 blah. And there's some points where I, like, kind of agree, but there's other points where I'm just, like, fandom culture has always been like this. It's been like this since Tumblr was created, and it's been like this at, like, for as long as I can remember. I don't, like, honestly, I would from when did I get like super access to the internet? I think like even like with YouTubers, like if you were ever like super into like a YouTuber, people just like shit on you, bro. Like I remember when I was like, I think I was like 10. Uh, y'all would not survive the LLP or Sonic. Bro, nobody would survive the Homestuck fandom. Oh my god. Like, y'all weren't into Voltron and it shows. Like, honestly, like, you guys, like, escaped. You guys, the OGs understand. Like, if you were there in, like, 2009, I was gonna say 2012, but, like, 2012 was when a lot of shit was, like, there. Well, the Welcome to Nightville fandom, holy shit, bro. Bear witness to like a lot of really popular fandoms, like fuck, even like Harry Potter. Like look at Harry Potter right now. Jesus, it's on fire. It's on fire. Um, and like when I was like 10 years old, I was on YouTube. I shouldn't have been. But I was on YouTube, and one of my favorite creators, this is when, like, it was either the first or second VidCon, and they were, like, one of my favorite YouTubers was like, hey, like, you know, I'm gonna go to VidCon, blah, 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 and this is when video responses, I'm dating myself, video responses on YouTube was, like, a thing that you could do. You can't do it anymore. But I made a video response and I was like, hey, you know, maybe like next year I'll be able to go. I'm really excited, blah, 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 blah. I never went. And some guy made a video response to my video response like, hey, like, shut the fuck up. And I was like, what did I do? And I think that's why I'm not watered down. Oh my god. Well, I just can't find fucking words today. I'm like numb. I'm desensitized to like a lot of shit because I'm like I've been told to like be quiet my entire fucking life. So I will just speak my fucking facts and you can leave me the fuck alone. But yeah, that I feel like this has always been a problem. It's just broader and like it's worse in the fact that there's just more people because more people are more chronically online because everybody and their fucking grandmother are like getting like iPad treatment. Like everybody is online. Before it was like okay, like people actually like went outside and like played games. Now it's like the internet's slower because people are on their computers all the fucking time. And so it feels like this only started because of Hazbin Hotel and like their fandom, which I just want to say when Vivzy Pop made a exclusive musical event that was lottery system for fans, like it was a super rare thing. Like I don't even know how much that ticket cost, like, and it was in New York City to watch a musical production. Like just it was like a concert, but like they called it a musical. Ain't heard any drama from my goddamn fandom about it. Did not hear a single fucking thing about it. Which that, like, if you want to talk about something that like felt like super exclusive and like inaccessible, like that should have been like the first thing, like to make multiples of those, like because I think like more people would have wanted to see it. Like I know I would have wanted to see Jeremy Jordan. Like, are you fucking kidding me? Did not hear anything about that. So the fact that like Glitch made an effort to pick multiple theaters instead of like, all right, you can just watch this in California or Australia, wherever they're from, or like Japan. Oh my god, I get so jealous of like China and Japan and the stuff they get. The stuff, oh. But like I don't hear people complaining about that at all. but like God forbid like a lot like Americans got like one fucking W. Like, but like yeah, I'm like I'm I, that could be seen as like me being like, oh, you're just like a dick rat or whatever, and I'm like, oh man, but I'm just happy that like the thing I like is getting more things because it's not Star Wars and it's not Disney and it's not DreamWorks. Like I never liked Steven Universe, so I wasn't involved in that like at all. So I like a lot of the things I really like get canceled, or like the creators get so pissed off at the company that is hosting their show and they just leave. Like so like I will spend the money to go support Lich at this point, like so that they keep creating more shows. I fucking want to see Knights of Guinevere succeed. Like I loved The Amazing Digital Circus, and I'm sad that it's ending. I'm in a like but as a fandom, we will keep creating. People are gonna keep doing stuff. They are probably going to keep making shorts. If I had to guess, seeing what they do to what is the robot show? I haven't seen it. Um, I used to I watch clips of it on TikTok, and I was like, ooh, what's that about? But um, stuff like that, and people like give other people shit for like not supporting like every indie animation show, and I'm like, man, but not every not every indie animation show is fucking interesting. All right. not, like every show isn't interesting. Like they're not all of them are good, and not all of them are going to be the cup of tea that I want. I love magical girl genres. I don't fucking want to watch Sailor Moon. I don't want to watch Magic Madoka. I don't like them. And it's just like, that's just how it goes. I don't know. Like, you can't force everybody to watch everything, support everything. It's like time, money, What do I want to invest my life into? And, like, sometimes you have to pick and choose. Like, and you just can't shit on people for liking certain things. If you want to talk about your friend about it, don't force them into it. Just, like, talk about it. Like, you can talk about it, and then they'll like put their input, like, yeah, I don't know anything about it, or you just make new friends. Friendship is magic. Oh my god, I've made so many new friends because of The Amazing Digital Circus, and it's like, it's great. um and it's fun when I do get to like talk about it. I don't always want to talk about TV shows or like The Amazing Digital Circus. I feel like a broken record sometimes, I'm not gonna lie. Like, and like the way my like hyperfixation brain goes is that I lock onto something for like 2 years. I think I've only liked one thing long term for like 4 years, maybe 5, and that was when I was like still really into cosplay and stuff like that. And like, I don't know, I'm like, fuck, man, I just want to enjoy stuff that I enjoy, but I just like can't hyperfixate it on super long. And like, I make friends with people who like hyperfixate on every fucking detail ever. And I'm like, bro, I just want to, like, look at OCs, dog. I just want to write stories, dude. Let's move on to the next thing. Let's go. I'm on an Avatar kick now. I'm back in the building. What's happening? What did I do with that? But yeah. Those are just like my opinions of the fandom, I guess, as a whole. I'm like tired. I'm tired of the Tatsy fandom a little bit. Um, some people are really nice, and I'm really happy to, continue drawing art for the new nice people who are just like here looking. But outside of that, I think I'm ready to move on. And yeah. Jax doesn't have nose. Oopsie, oopsie. But yeah. Those are my thoughts. Those are my thoughts. Don't get mad at each other. That's what I gotta say. That's what I gotta say. I started like sketching this, and I immediately like was like, I don't want to do this anymore. I want to play Final Fantasy, so I might just play Final Fantasy. But yeah, thank you for watching and listening to me yap. I'm hoping to get a video done by next week. It is Final Fantasy related. If you don't know anything about it, that is fine. That is a video that is meant to be watched out of fucking context. And if you know the context, then it just makes it funnier. So yeah. I'm going to head off now. I don't know. Every time I think about fandom stuff I get tired. So but yeah, maybe I will finish. You guys know that Fem Jackson, Mil Ragatha fairies are on the way. So be excited. Be excited. But yeah, I will be getting going. I'm gonna get going. I'm gonna get going. Alright, everybody have a good day. Have a good rest of your day. But I wanna see you draw. Oh no! I feel bad. Okay, maybe a little dwa. Maybe I'll give you 40 minutes of dwa. If that will appease you. I'm just a widow EP. A widow EP. Yay! Oh my god. Okay. This feels so weird without a nose. Oh my god. Every time I have to like draw Jax, I'm like, I need to give you a nose. I'm sorry. I went to bed at like 12 or 11, something in between that time, and I woke up at 5 a.m. because I kicked my fan off the fucking table. So I had to fix that, and I don't know. I'm just like, I've been like groggy. But this is also around the time where I'm like, I should be like taking a nap. That's my siesta time. And I don't do siestas because it's not something that Americans do. I will say, at least in my fairy U, everybody's like around the same age. I think. Yeah. They're like around the same age because I don't know, fairies age differently, kind of. So it's like on paper, but like in reality, they're all around the same age. Why are you small? Oh, Bunny Mund, I miss you so much. Rise of the Guardians, I need a sequel. DreamWorks, listen to my plea. I need a new Christmas movie. It's Rise of the Guardians 2. Stop making sequels of things I don't care about. think it's because I changed the face shape. Because Jax is like that. And it doesn't have like the cheek. I love drawing hair. It's so good. Okay, I'm tired of that. I like had a thought of like making little like noodle cup sitters, but it's like them in like a movie theater chair. I thought that would have been cute. Here's my silly sketch. I put all the talls in the back because I don't know. I feel like it's a little fucked up. It would have been fucked up to have them sitting next to each other. And be like, angle in the back seat for you. I'm waiting for an RP reply, so I'm like, No! It's always them. It's always an email. Wait, is there something happening? Oh, hold on. I gotta read this real quick. Holy shit. It's me chuckling at my. Oh my goodness, if that's the wrong end, I'll go on my screen. Wait, why is that so far away? Get your Jack's toy, have a little laugh, boy. If you're not down to clown, well, I won't let that get me down. I think Jax is ugly from all sides. Me the fuck too, bro. Like, he's so stinky. I think I made a tweet one time that was like, I don't think Jax knows how to wash his ass. Like, I don't think that man knows how to clean himself. Jake Neutron said that once. Yes. And I agree with him. Also, I'm really excited for Jake Neutron's new song. No, he has to at least be able to wash his ass. Well, he's got no like ass cheeks to be cleaning, but I don't believe he knows. I think he just uses water. Like he just like lets water slide down there and calls it a day. Like I don't think he's ever cleaned betwixt those. Pony's so cute. No, it is the wrong side. No! I also have to finish designing my Tadsy charms. Because I was like, oh, I really want Tadsy charms. She's just happy to be at the. She's just happy to have a normal fucking time, bro. And I love that for her. Zuba's annoyed because when isn't fucking Zuba fucking annoyed? It's because Jax is a pain in the ass. You're right. That's exactly right. I don't think I need to do that. My pony's just having to be at the movies. The cutie patootie. Actually, where's my... Oh. I have a pile of amazing digital circus plushies, and I use them as references sometimes, but Pawnee's like in a pile, and I don't know where she is. Dun, 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 dun. You know when I hear, I'm gonna hear that like dun, 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 in like epic form, and I'm gonna fucking cry. I'm gonna cry, and all my friends are gonna be like, "What the fuck is wrong with you?" I'm gonna be like, "Oh, this one got me through so much." And I'm gonna warble. I'm gonna make her sit so politely. She's gonna have her little hands crossed. Oh, I love Pomni. She's just a little baby. Giggles me at the movie theaters where I'm like, legs spread, drinking lap, comfortable. Oh my god. Okay. I think I want to sketch like one more thing. There's like a draw this in your style that I've been really wanting to do. Leave me alone. I don't want Ray-Ban meta glasses. I don't want them. I'm doing on this one because it's already here. Give me those full body. Thank y'all. Yarves give me so much joy. They give me so much joy and whimsy. I have no idea if there's like a birthday party happening outside. It's so loud. think starting May is when I'm gonna go back to doing regular streams because that's when Mermaid is, and I get to draw Mermaid Ragatha for a whole month, and hopefully I don't run out of ideas. Mermaid Mia? I can draw Mermaid Mia. She'd be so cute. I don't know if I'm fucking with this pose anymore. Give me more Gyaru magazines. What's something I could say that could be asking Fey World questions but gotten nothing? um, you know what? Also got nothing. Is that male raggers or femjacks? Oh, right now I'm drawing something different. I just chose to draw it on top of the male and fem. But oh man, I'm drawing. Because this is a draw this in your style, and it's Pomni and Ragatha. So now I gotta draw. I want to draw them just so I have this sketch that I can render later. No, my screen! Don't darken. Don't do that to me. No, I need to be able to see what the hell I'm drawing. It reminded me of this like manga that I'm reading right now. It's called a gal could never fall for an otaku or something like that. Ah, peak romance or peak romance. It's a little gaggy at times. And they're in high school, but like it makes me laugh. love putting Pomni in feminine clothes. Oh my god, it makes me so fucking happy. She pants? Is that what she's wearing? Yeah. She probably doesn't like femme clothing much. I know. Probably not. I don't know. I mean, we don't really know. But, like, I like putting her in femme clothing. She's so cute. I always draw her in butch clothing because it just, like, fits her, like, fuck ass bob a little bit. But, oh, she's so cute. She's so cute. The fucking, I'm listening to the radio outside at this point. I'm like, duh, 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 and then I hear like the fucking like radio guy come on, and I'm like, no. Ugh. I'm like, me and my friends have this like RP where we're like, on a ship, like a few centuries into the future, and it's like they don't have any memories, and like there's this couple on the ship that, well, they're not a couple anymore, but They believed that they were married, and then they got into a huge fight after the one guy was like, "Hey, brother." He's like, he started falling for his friend, and then, like, they didn't, like, directly, like, cheat or anything, but, like, they were getting close. And then, like, he was like, well, I gotta end it. I gotta end it with my not wife, because they thought they were married. And, so they had a fight with the other woman. Basically, his friend was in the closet, which I thought was pretty funny. And so he's listening to them argue, and then she found out that she had a baby, and it was a 6-month-old. And so we don't know where that baby is, and she can't see the baby either. So I don't know if it's on the ship or if it's back on Earth, which kind of sucks if it is. And so the babe is somewhere. And so she had a crash out about that. And then he was like, did you cheat on me? Even though it seems like they weren't even together in the first place. Because she got another memory, and it seemed like the person who was her husband spoke a different language. And just was not him. So they had a huge argument. They're not together anymore. And she's so broken up about it because, like, she got rejected, basically. And her, like, reality's defo crumbling. So now my character is like, well, I want the tea. And I'm trying to, like, figure out the best way. Because she, like, I don't want to metagame and be like, well, because I read all the other conversations that my character was there for. And I was like, because I was there for the gay stuff, but I was not there for drama city happening. But yeah, and at some point somebody's gonna fight. I'm a little excited about that. It feels evil. We all feel a little evil whenever we play these characters, and we're like, ooh, but what if we cause them pain? But yeah, that's my fun little in space blorbos that are going wild with drama, and the plot hasn't even started yet. Like, we haven't even gotten to, like, what the actual, like, story is about. But everything's, like, falling apart. They're so cute. They're so cute. Oh my goodness. Oh, my babies. Bah. They are so pretty. Oh, I love my gals. Oh my goodness. Okay. I finished that. I think I will hop off for today. What's my schedule look like? Mayhaps we shall stream on Monday, but who knows? I might get overworked next week, so who knows? But yeah, keep up to date with my social medias, and we will get that. Oh, I forgot I have to apply for something. Uh-oh. I keep forgetting to do that. But yes, thank you so much for watching. I had a lot of fun. I hope the fandom gets better. And that everybody has a good day. Remember to treat your neighbors nicely. And, yeah. We are all existing on this earth together. There's no stop fighting! That's how I feel. But yeah. I'm sad the Smiling Friends is over. I have nothing else to watch. So I'm gonna go play Final Fantasy and, I guess listen to horror content. But thank you so much. Thank you. Goodbye, Twitch, goodbye, Twitch, goodbye, Twitch. Goodbye, YouTube. Goodbye, YouTube. Goodbye, YouTube. I will see you guys next time.